space. People coming out here for that money pump, trying to chase that bag from both the New Jersey, New York tri-state area and beyond. Let's see what we got. Ooh, just immediate cross-up. They're both going in.
That makes sense because this is a matchup where you want to stay very proactive. Like, much like what we saw in the previous set, if Lucy doesn't have any room to breathe, she's not really doing much, especially if she's ending up off stage. And it's reflecting pretty well with Chandler being able to open up with decent damage, but gotta be a bit more on the stage securing end of plays.
The neutral gets him out of the combo from the dash attack and almost finding the kill off of it, but Jesus, why are they just holding forward? It's all kill all now. Okay.
Good poke. Yeah, no, you're gone.
Didn't have the further resources. Lost his jump already. Already used his jump. Great parry on that front. Needs to find a kill here soon. Avoiding the camera. This is the tech chase.
Like, both of these characters can do a great job with just overwhelming their opponents, given how good their moves are stuffing out from a distance, and also how effective they are at moving forward aggressively. Which I think is why we're seeing such an aggressive game from both ends.
Yeah.
And relatively speaking, an even game.
Yeah, 30% or...
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
you see?
There you go. It's gone immediately. Range only is going to matter so much against Squible if Squibble's punish game isn't on point, which in this second stock, he didn't get touched. So, if that shows anything, then it just shows that Reldnahc may need to rely on a little bit more of the range and of the setups. The boom mic especially being so detrimental to how Squible wants to play, but oh no. Both of them survived that interaction.
That is, I think, the first time I've seen going invisible actually work out really well for a Lucy, so good on Squible for that mix-up.
Reldnahc trying to space him out a little bit more, seeing if they can get something out of the camera. Oh, there's the boom mic, but again, just some really good blocking, playing out of block, and there's a parry.
Trying to do their damnedest to land this coffin. Not finding the right confirm. I think that's more on Chandler. Playing at a distance fantastically, looking for the reversal and taking that game one right from under Squible.
Yeah, that was so quick on the trigger as well. Just saw the opening and struck immediately before it seemed like Squible had a chance to react. Just going for, I mean, it could have been autopilot DI, or it could have been just expecting to have the time. Most of the time you see April at mid-percents, they throw you off stage and trying to like follow you with camera or something of the like, but nope, there.
Nope, all aggression all day.
They're out for blood.
Get ready. 3, 2,
Hopping out of that
1.
coffin, see what we got going. Dash dancing is for one. Gotta be careful with some of these aerial approaches from Reldnahc. Just hopping in with down air is nice and all, but with how on point Squible has been seeing of his parries, all of these reckless buttons feel very risky, but finding those hit confirms, definitely not risky at all.
He even managed to secure some rating out of that as well, so very good interaction on Chandler's half. Even managing to find out the just to bring back up, this is a top 8 Winterside qualifier, by the way. So we are climbing into that higher level of play, and I think it's looking very obvious from the way that both these players look so confident in how they're playing.
They have to go through at very least one round of very good player. I mean, some of the rounds we saw before were just round ones. Or round twos.
Yeah, I think it's like that.
But I think the bracket started.
Yeah.
Very clean trade, and that's a good one for Reldnahc being able to find center stage and coming down aggressively and a quick teleport to get out of there. I love how Squible has been playing extremely evasive, but also still within Reldnahc's threat range, just kind of to utilize some of the more linear hitboxes. And a great parry, but missing the full combo.
Really good DI consistently for Reldnahc, making sure that he doesn't have to deal with any of these confirms. It's just losing out in neutral to Squible, because Squibble's been really turning it up in this game too.
Absolutely. Got away with another roll on. Gotta be careful with those, and it's just These down tilts have been such a prime starter. Even if Reldnahc's DI has been great for survival, he still took 73 in a blink of an eye. Oh, I love that air dash. But missing on the tech chase yet again is Reldnahc, Squible, excuse me, very comfortable in the block.
Oh, again, like instant punish. The camera gonna deny. Oh, almost! Almost!
Just a little bit too over-eager to hunt for that stock. He could have repeated that situation so often, but not quite comfortable.
I would have been so here for it, too. Oh, we tie up the stock count, but that is not a healthy Mrs. O'Neal.
Now, hear me out. This is about the same spot that we were prior. And 21% could be definite. I love the match. Just like, I'm not even trying to play with that. I'm not even trying to worry
I don't want that
about
smoke.
it.
Don't want that smoke.
No thanks. Not here. That's 1-1 though. 1-1 in this qualifier. And I mean, Squible coming off a big win. Don't want to see him go down to loser. I mean, if you're Reldnahc, you want to see him go down to losers pretty right now, in fact, in this game 3. Adjust themselves. I feel like since both players have just been at each other's throats this entire game, like, it almost entirely comes down to conversions and preparations for conversions. How do you feel about it?
2, 1.
I think the biggest adjustment that's occurred throughout this set is Squible's adaptation of sort of hanging around towards the ledges. Just not, as you brought up earlier, it's not in a way where he's like completely out, like he's just staying outside of April's threat range. And I think that is smart, given how explosive Reldnahc's play has been. But I do think you need to be a little bit more proactive in order to like maintain some sense of pressure. Otherwise, like Reldnahc has plenty of opportunity to choose when to go in or just sort of wait for you to approach. Like, even though these are very fast-paced interactions, there's a decent amount of time between. And that time is sort of more in control of Reldnahc than it is for Squible.
Huge punish on the ledge there. Like, completely agree. It really feels like Reldnahc is starting to poke out a lot more as there's that same conversion from the previous game. I believe there's actually an up throw that time, but all the same, getting a little bit of ratings too. This is a great spot for Reldnahc if they can find an opener to start snowballing a little bit.
Certainly possible off the throw. Very aggressive play here at the ledge. But it's going to result in an SD. That's so unfortunate. But hey, Squible will take it. That evens up the game.
That's so huge. Like, honestly, it could be game deciding given if Squible is able to do something with this momentum that he's been supplied, going from a deficit to a now even game, even taking the lead. Going air to air as well with the strong. No need to confirm into it, just calling out the movement right away from Reldnahc. Squible looking like
down and out.
The game it right now. Just boom.
That little opening was all Squible needed.
Like, oh,